A time that God was with us was when we lost our son Truman.
We were high school sweethearts. The first time that I noticed her was there was a special musical program at church and she had a solo. I was like, wow.
10 years of being together and 6 years of marriage later, and here we are. So I've always felt called to be a mother. I've always enjoyed children. I'm a teacher, and this has always just been my passion.
I remember when we found out we were going to be pregnant. So I was just doing something in the bedroom, and then I hear her in the bathroom, and she just yells, "We're having a baby!" And I was like, no way, no way. Yes, we're having. She came out waving the pregnancy test, and yeah. So I mean, that was how it happened. I'll never forget that.
We were so excited. So we began talking about names and decided on the name Truman. We felt like it was a very strong name.
You know, we were doing everything that first-time parents do. We were painting the nursery blue. We were buying stuff with his name on it.
So all through the pregnancy, everything was going wonderfully. His heartbeat was great. The ultrasounds that we had, everything looked like it was going wonderfully. He was a bit on the small side, but they told us that there was nothing to worry about. We were to our 28th out of 40 weeks. When I just felt like something wasn't right. I called the doctor and they asked me to come in, and it was the hardest day of our lives when we came in and they told us that our little boy didn't have a heartbeat anymore. And so they told us to go home and, you know, sit with each other for a few hours and get ready and pack and to come back because we'd still have to deliver him. And I was in labor for about 24 hours until he got here, and we were still able to hold him and love on him and see him before, you know, we had to let go. I came home and just fell into this deep depression. I no longer wanted to get out of bed. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't understand why God would allow our son to be taken away from us. I mean, we had been Christians, you know, all of our lives. We had served in church, we give, we do everything we're supposed to do, and I was really upset and angry at God, and I kind of just built a wall, and so I just kind of told him he could stand on the other side of the wall, and that was where he just needed to stay until I was ready for him. But I went to church one Sunday, and I just heard God tell me, I have promised you this, and that my promises remain true, and even though you don't understand, I am still here, and when you're ready, you know, my arms are open, and I'll take you back in. I just fell back into his arms and was comforted, and I just had this peace when I left church that day that I hadn't felt in months.
During the 21 days of prayer that we had at Twin Rivers in July of 2017, we just really felt God saying, you know, try again. Like, this is the time I have for you to try again. And literally during that 21 days of prayer, we conceived, and we had a successful pregnancy with no problems.
"11 months later, he gave us a beautiful baby girl that's been the biggest blessing of our lives. It's so hard to do life on your own, and if you just let God in, even when you don't want to, He's there for you, and He can restore you, and He can give you back joy and life again. Our house is a happy place for our family, and we have a little girl that we get to do life with, and God remained faithful and true.